21.
I know you have trouble with your fingers, but it's usually it's not that bad if you can push it in.
Okay. All right. We can get it. Turn it.
Some are easier than others. That one's kind of a pain.
Yeah. That's pretty lined up on that.
All right, let's go.
All right.
So hold the brakes.
Hold the brakes. Throttle full.
Oil pressure check.
Oil pressure in the green.
And release brakes.
Release brakes.
All right, go straight down the runway.
Airspeed alive.
And there's 51, rotate. But now let it pitch down just a little bit. We need to continue accelerating to 62. There's 60.
62.
Continue climbing. Looking outside. That's about 50 feet or so. Let's call that clear of obstacles.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and pitch down. Accelerate to 72. See how quickly we took off?
Yeah.
It can happen pretty fast in this plane. As we accelerate to 72, the aircraft is stabilized. Let's go ahead and retract the flaps. And then it's normal from there.
Okay.
And that's it. The short field takeoff is relatively easy.
Yeah.
It's just that it has the potential to be bad if you pitch up too much.
Right.
If you're not really specific and controlling with your airspeed.
We're 4,500 already.
Part of it is it's pretty cold outside.
Contact departure.
Was he talking to us?
Yes.
Contact departure for 8590 Papa 119.5.
Let's head south. We'll head towards a further southern portion of town,
okay,
rather than too far east.
Gotcha. And what do we want our altitude to be? I mean, are we doing ground reference or are we doing...
Let's go ahead and let's go on up and we'll do stalls first. How about that?
Alright.
149 Alpha Romeo.
What do we want to climb to? 6,000, 7,000?
Well, what's our minimum altitude we need in order to do stalls?
6,000.
Alright, let's go up to 6,500.
Alright. Amarillo departure, this is Cessna 8590 Papa, just south of the airport at 5,800, climbing up to 6,500. We're going to be doing some stalls and maneuvers over here on the south practice area.
Shark 8590 Sierra Papa, Amarillo departure, radar contact. Verify altitude and traffic 6 miles southeast of fields, Skyhawk 929 at 5,500, just maneuvering around there.
So verify your altitude.
Yes, sir. We are at actually 5,000 right now, and climbing up to 6,500.
Roger.
Now look outside. See how we're going sideways?
Yeah.
So I wanted you to go over here. This is one of those times where you have to look outside and realize that the wind is pushing us.
Skyhawk 9 Sierra Papa, how far south do you plan on going for this?
If it's okay with you, we'd like to remain in the southern shelf area. Is that all right?
Skyhawk 929, I need you to head east for 9 Sierra Papa. It's going to be doing stuff in the south there. 929, I'll head east.
Yeah, 9 Sierra Papa, we appreciate it. We're going to do some maneuvers out here. We'd like to be close by to trade wind so we can head over there a little bit later. Thanks.
Skyhawk 9 Sierra Papa, and traffic 11 o'clock, 4 miles, Cessna 172, 5,500 VFR heading to the east.
So you come back and say 9 Sierra Papa's looking.
Roger, 9 Sierra Papa, looking for traffic at 11 o'clock.
Let's continue angle a little bit more to the right.
That's it.
Yeah, it's really hazy up here right now.
Yep.
Really hard to spot traffic.
On the contrary, you'll find haze actually makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, because the haze dilutes the backdrop a little bit. If the traffic is closer, it'll actually, their contrast will stick out a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Versus when it's a clear day,
yeah,
they'll blend in really easily.
Yeah.
And that being said, I never did pick them up.
I didn't either. I'm still looking over there.
Of course, 11 o'clock for him. Keep in mind, it's 11 o'clock based on our direction of flight,
Right.
not our actual heading. So it's actually more like right over here.
Right over here. Which they'll be right in the sun.
Skyhawk 99, if you want to stay close to the airport for your stuff, if you want, just go direct east about 5 to 10 miles from Amarillo, and you can practice in there.
929, thank you.
Like around the Washburn area.
Throttle full, landing taxi lights are off. And make sure there's lane required.
We'll just leave it where it is at our altitude. We're not going to worry about leaning it too much. So yeah, it's pretty strong winds up here this morning.
Yeah, not bad. Realize how much headroom I have on here now. I have this camera on top, and every time I go up, try to look up, it hits the visor.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, here, let's try something. Watch yourself. Does that help at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Be a little more difficult to bring down when it's time to get in the sun, but it's out of your way.
Yep.
All right, once we get to 6,500, let's start with some clearing turns and go into power off stall.
Okay.
Amarillo maintenance ready to check 119.5 bypass transmitter.
Amarillo maintenance radio test 119.5 bypass receiver from LC2 position.
Amarillo maintenance ready to check 307. Amarillo maintenance ready to check 307.0 bypass transmitter.
I don't know why it's still climbing.
Oh, because you're still accelerating.
True. Pull that back down about 23.
Now remember, our goal is about 90 knots.
Okay.
So it's hard to say an exact power setting. I mean, give you an approximate, but you would set your power to whatever got you 90 knots.
Alright.
So, in a nice cool air today, higher altitude, 2300 RPM gets you right about 90 knots.
Okay.
And then as it stabilizes, that's when you truly trim the airplane. Like, take your hand off right now. That's pretty well trimmed. That's pretty well trimmed.
The wind's just pushing us.
Yeah.
But,
Well, you know why, don't you? Because I'm on the right side.
oh, yeah. Alright.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Alright. So, power off stall. First thing, I go first to 1500 RPMs.
You're forgetting the preparation items.
Oh, yes. That back up. Yeah, pre-maneuvers. So first, clearing turns. So, roll over here to the right real quick. Traffic. Not really seeing anybody out here. Yeah, trade winds right over here too, so we gotta be careful.
That's not trade winds.
That's not trade winds?
That's River Falls.
Ah.
Trade winds is over here in town.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Alright, that's right off over here. I saw 17, I was like, oh yeah, that's trade winds, 17, right? I was like, nope.
You're close.
Gain's pretty close to that too, though, so that's why.
All right, let's go ahead and start the maneuver on a 240 heading.
I'm good. Alright, and then pre-maneuver full. Fuel selector on both. Fuel shutoff valve off. Mixture set. Throttle set. Master switch on. Ignition is on. And also circuit breakers are all in. Alright. That completes that. Oh, forget else on that. Oh, and then reference points. So yeah, 240. So we're already on that too. Alright. Get back on that course actually. Okay, now we can execute the actual maneuver. So first, 1500 RPMs. And we want to stabilize our wide arc.
Watch your altitude.
Pitch Charlie, altitude. Flaps down to stabilize. Flaps 20. Stabilize. 30. And pitch for the stall. Alright. Throttle full.
Feel the airplane still stalling?
And it climbs back up.
But look how much altitude you lost. You lost about 250 feet.
Up.
So let's just leave the flaps where they are and let's do it again.
Okay.
So go ahead and get back on your 240 heading. Go ahead and put the flaps back down to 30. Let's try that recovery one more time. This time keep your hand on the throttle.
Okay.
That way you're not trying to remember what you're supposed to do first.
Right.
Because your first response is throttle and pitch. So we're starting at 6,300. Start pitching for the stall. Pitch up, pitch up, pitch up, pitch up, pitch up. Level the wings. Level the wings. There we go. Pitch for the stall, pitch for the stall. There's the stall. Throttle in.
Up down. 80 up to 10.
20.
20.
Now look, you only lost about 120 feet this.
Right.
Yeah, that last time you just continued to stall and we lost a heck of a...
Yeah, we just kept going down because I went flaps up to freaking 10 and then I never even did the throttle and then I was, well, in the past previous ones that we've actually done, so we have vertical, positive rate, we're still on a maneuver here, gotta fly the aircraft.
There you go. Good job.
And we're accelerating, so flaps up, and all the maneuver terminated. But yeah.
Go ahead and climb back up to 6,500.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the last time we've actually kind of done that, because I was always on the rudder control and stuff like that, so I was really concentrating on the rudder control. I was like, oh well shit, I gotta do this shit too.
Amarillo approach, pipeline 258 Romeo Alpha.
Yeah, another big thing about that first stall was that you weren't dropping the elevator.
Yeah.
So it remained in the stall. Not only did you retract the flaps first, not put in the power, but you also didn't really break the stall.
Yeah.
Which, when you don't have power, really aggravates that condition.
Oh.
So let's...
You're not going to get any lift with those wind not coming over the wings.
Yeah. Want to do that one more time?
57 and Emerald altimeter is 3012.
We'll turn right heading 310.
Disregard your exit altitude. See request, which pipeline you're following?
Yes sir, I'm tracking this pipeline to the tank farm 9 miles west of your airport, then I'll be tracking another pipeline south of Lubbock.
Pipeline 8 Romeo Alpha, roger. Understand you'll only be getting about 9 miles away from Amarillo and then continue on southbound. You are radar contact over the bridge.
Yes sir, that's perfect.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Those hospitals unappreciated.
Get your altitude.
Oh, climbing way too much. Come on now.
Alright, whenever you're ready.
Alright. Throttle 15. Alright, flaps 10.
Alright, there's 60 knots, pitch down.
Flaps 30.
Establish yourself in the descent. Now let's go for the stall. Power idle, pitch for the stall. Keep your heading, you're turning right. Pitch up, pitch up, pitch up. There's the stall.
Flaps maybe 20.
See how you kept on deviating right?
Yeah. Trying to fight that stupid wind too.
Positive rate. Has nothing to do with the wind.
Oh, well, yeah, true. But always, I don't know. I guess I put, do I put too much?
Keep flying the plane.
Alright.
62 knots. VX. Pitch for VX. Yep. Positive rate. Flaps up. Oh, you already got it. Sorry. Level back off of your original altitude. Alright, may I go ahead and demonstrate one?
Yeah.
Okay, my controls.
Your controls.
You can go and put your arm back there.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Alright, let's start. Let's go back to our 310 heading. Back up to 6,500 feet. 90 knots in clean configuration. So the big thing I'm talking about is maintaining the exact same heading. Look outside and make sure you're not drifting to the right. What's happening is you're letting the airplane bank to the right. As you get slower, that aggravates the turn. So you need to concentrate on the on your heading as well as your out. You have to. All the criteria are important. All right. So once the preparation stuff is done, it's already done. We'll go to 1500 RPM. Carb heat on if we're in the N model. In the white arc, flaps 10. Notice I'm pitching up to maintain altitude and maintaining my heading. Stabilized, flaps 20. And stabilized, flaps 30. Coming up on 60 knots. Pitching down as if I'm going into approach. As soon as I'm stabilized in descent, that's when I go throttle idle. Pitch for the stall. Notice how I'm on the same exact heading. Wings level and coordinated. As the stall comes in, there's the full stall, throttle full. Oops, sorry. Flaps immediately 20. Now I'm okay with losing a little bit of altitude as long as it means a good recovery. There's 62 knots.